Good morning, good afternoon, and or good night. Thank you for coming back to my channel. Welcome to Fran Plans. If you are new here, welcome to this side of the internet. If you are a returning subscriber, I do appreciate you coming back to watch the video. As you guys saw from the thumbnail, I'm just going to be showing you guys some of the Bible study resources that I am using to kind of finish out the year. I'm going to show you some of the books that I've read, book I'm currently reading, and just to kind of maybe give you guys a feel for whether it's jumpstarting your 2026 Bible study plan or starting now, just to give you some ideas. And I just want to share, right? That's what this is about. So, I am currently trying to figure out a plan, like something to do in the evening besides just scrolling through my phone. So one thing that I've been wanting to do, I actually started to do it in the beginning of the year. I kind of fell off from it, but my plan is to pick it back up, is to do the Bible recap. If you're not familiar with the Bible recap, it is done by Tara Leigh Cobble, I think is how you pronounce her name. And so I actually ordered this study guide at this time last year. I think it was maybe like November, December, and I started doing it. I did get, I think, till the like 20 something, and then I've jumped around a few pages in here, but this is the questions after you read the prompted the prompted chapters for that particular day. But I never got through it. And then for my birthday, which was back here in June, my husband actually picked up the 1 year, I don't have my rings on, the 1 year study guide. And so I don't want this to sit on my shelf. So my plan is to use these for the first time in my life, read the entire Bible. That's the first thing. Because I do a lot of Bible studying, but I have never read it in its entirety. So I definitely want to use these as the year ends, and then also taking this into 2026. The Bible that I have chosen, and this is also something new to me, to do this reading is the new Daysprings Daily Devotional Bible for Moms. I've got this, I want to say, back here in June or May. I think it was maybe an early birthday present to myself, and I really do love this Bible. I don't have a lot of notes in here, but I'll show you guys. Like, one of the things I really like about it is that they have like daily devotionals, and so also it always has like a little prayer in here, and it is specifically made for moms. So it's a great Bible. I love the colors of it. I love that it lays flat. I love the gilding. It does come with a bookmark. It has like pink interior. The bookmark is blue. I really do love this Bible. I really do like the layout of it. I believe it's in the I want to say it's in the NIV translation. Let me look. Does it say NLT? It's in the NLT translation. So really beautiful Bible. Like I said, I've had it a few months. I do have some notes in here just for my study, or like prayers that I've written in here. But this is the plan for my evening. So I grab my daily devotional Bible for Moms, which I keep at my bedside, and then these two books to kind of just get a little bit of study in. And the way I'm doing that, for example, with the Bible recap, so if you go to, she actually has a podcast, she also has a YouTube channel too, where you can listen to the commentary for the day. So it gives you the chapters to read. She kind of summarizes what you just read, and then she calls it the today's God shot. And so that is how this book goes. And then, like I said, I have the study guide with the questions. So that is my plan, to incorporate some evening Bible study time, because if you guys have followed me for a minute, or if you've seen in previous videos, this is my everyday Bible, which I have tons of notes in here. And so this is what I read in the mornings. This is a Jesus Bible. I actually got it recovered through Crew and Company. I actually have a video on the channel about the recovering, because this is not the cover that it came with. It came with like a pink cover, but of course it got kind of messed up over time. But I do love this. It's patinaed really well. So this is my everyday study Bible, and then I have and it's not a study Bible. The Jesus Bible is not a study Bible, but I use it as such. And then I have my daily mom Bible, and then the Bible recap is my study guide that I'm planning to use for the rest of the year, and then also moving into 2026. I'm trying to keep things somewhat simple. I don't want to overwhelm myself with so much study notes and this book and this study guide for this book in the Bible, that study guide for that book in the Bible. I want to keep things just in one book. Okay, so that's the study guide, and then also my current Bibles that I'm using. And I also wanted to show you guys just some readings that I have been doing. So I am doing the 75 Hard Challenge, where you have to read a nonfiction book, 10 pages every day. And so in this journey on the challenge, I have decided to read nonfiction Christian books, if you will. I didn't want to do self-help because I truly believe most self-help books, the science behind them, it's all rooted in scripture anyway. So I was like, you know what, let me just take it to the Bible, right? Or other people's opinions about certain scriptures and how it brings to life. So these two books, actually was gifted this book, I want to say before, when I was pregnant with my oldest. And I did not read it up until like this year. So it's been almost 7 years. Very good book. I love this book. It's called Beholding and Becoming by Ruth Chou Simmons, The Art of Everyday Worship. I actually annotated this one. It's just such a good book. She just goes over, we become what we behold, how we worship, what we worship. Really great book. And I love the artwork in here, just to kind of give you guys such beauty. Like it was a really good book to read. And so because I fell in love with this book, I then went ahead, and it's funny, I picked up this book before the challenge, and then I just kind of put it on my bookshelf. But because I had the other book, I was like, you know what, I'm going to read this one next. And so this one, another really great book by Ruth Chou Simmons, beautiful illustrations in the book. And it just went over the 25 ways God character leads us onward. And so just really, once again, just a really good book to settle into. This is the contents of it. I'll show you guys what that kind of looks like. I can't say enough. I actually have ordered a third book of hers. So great book, good to read on the 75 Hard Challenge. The third book, and I actually started reading it already on my Kindle. So I'm actually reading 2 books at this time. But this is another great book too. It's called When Striving Cease. And so I figured I was going to put it to the side because I actually do want to read the hardcover. I have the Kindle version, but this is going to be probably next because I'm already like halfway through it on my Kindle. But really good book. It's all about, replacing the gospel of self-improvement with the gospel of life transforming grace. So great book. Okay. Like it's not the same layout as the others, but I've really been enjoying reading this, and I've basically been reading it on my Kindle if I wake up in the middle of the night, need to go back to sleep, or trying to go to sleep, and it's really been hitting home. So the book that I am currently reading, it's called Hard is Not the Same Thing as Bad. I can't get enough. Like I just really can't get enough of this author, so much that I went ahead and ordered, moving the camera. I went ahead and ordered, actually, this was, I think, the first book in the series. I think I bought this book in the middle of like toddler craziness in my house, when I think my youngest was probably like not even 1 or maybe 2. And then Olivia, our oldest, was like 3, 4. It was just like so hectic. And I just bought this book. I never picked it up. And then I was like, you know what? I'm in the challenge. I'm going to read it finally. I think it was intimidating to me because I was in so much just of the hard of motherhood that I just didn't want to read this. And I probably didn't even have time at that time. But it is called Hard is Not the Same Thing as Bad. It is the perspective shift that could completely change the way you mother. It is a really good book. If you're a Christian, or if you're someone who is interested in growing your faith with God, just a really great book. She really is tackling a lot of the topics that I feel like we don't want to talk about. Like your marriage and how that's still important even when you have littles, and just you know, just that perspective shift of how hard, and it is hard, motherhood can be. But it doesn't mean that it's bad, okay? Because everything that God created, he said it was good, right? So, loving this book. And then because I'm loving it, I went ahead and picked up M is for Mama. I didn't even really look at what it was about because I was so interested in the one that I'm reading. But I was like, you know what? I'm loving it. I'm just going to pick this one up and put it on the roster to read. So this is something I definitely will get into before the year is out. I actually bought this book, Mama Bear Apologetics. I bought this book by me like 2 or 3 years ago. I have not read it yet. It is Empowering Your Kids to Challenge Cultural Lies. I have heard good things about it. I just haven't read it yet. So this is going to be something I actually get into as well, probably before the end of the year. And then last but not least, as far as books I have right now that are Christian based, because I do have like some just romance books I want to read and stuff like that. But this, and I have a Kristen Hannah book I want to read as well. So this book is, I've actually read this before. This is by Priscilla Schuyler. I read this book, oh my God, probably in 2018, 2019, and I really enjoyed this book. I mean, I underlined, annotated, highlighted. I really enjoyed this book, and I was like, you know what? I think it's time to reread this book. So my plan is to definitely reread this book before 2026. It's such a good book, and I love Priscilla Schuyler. So this is where I'm at with books. I have a lot of books that I've read already or reading, and then of course I have this new plan for my Bible studies as far as being able to finish up reading the Bible like in its entirety. And so I feel like with the assistance of Tara Lay Cobble and the books that I have, I mean, why let it go to waste? And then I have this Bible is so beautiful. It really is. And I love the lines to write notes in. Okay. Maybe I'll do a review on the Bible. Okay. And it has like pages in the back. It has like a section of where you can go if you're looking for something. It also has, does it have it in here? I thought maybe it does. No, it doesn't. I was going to say maybe it has a plan, but I think that's my She Reads Truth Bible. But yeah, beautiful Bible, and I don't want it to just sit on my bookshelf. And I really love the way that it feels because it's wide, so it's like not super thick, okay? But I just wanted to share with you guys what my plans are for my Bible studying for the rest of the year. What are your Bible study plans? Have you read the entire Bible? I think that is so cool if you have. I know people like they'll read it and then they'll read it again and then they'll get something else out of it every single time because it is, I feel like I always say the Bible is the book that you read, but it reads you. So yeah, I just wanted to share with you guys what I am doing, the books that I am reading that are really, I feel like, helping me when it comes to my walk with God, my walk with Christ, and then also just being a mama because it is hard, but it doesn't mean it's bad. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I just realized that these are by the same publisher. Yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I hope everything is going great in your life. I hope you're enjoying the pre-fall weather we're getting here in the Midwest. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.